The Tesla Model X, without doubt, is one of the most unique, technologically advanced, innovative, and quickest SUV on the market. No other automaker would dare to build a car as complex as the Model X. Each and every time you experience the Model X, you are blown away by the amount of engineering that was needed to build such a car. But unfortunately, the forums are filled with a plethora of negative remarks over the Model X build quality. Some have even lost counts of their visit to the service center, while others received a flawless vehicle. In this video, I plan on sharing my experience with the car after 5 months and 5,300 miles, and my experience with Tesla service with 3 appointments. My Model X was delivered in May 2016. It is about the 5700X off the line. Tesla has done many things right. You have the infotainment center that beats everything else on the market, over-the-air updates, free LTE, a remarkable and luxurious interior, and let's not forget that spaceship fast drivetrain. The exterior is well designed and nothing short of amazing. Obviously, there are aspects that can be improved, such as I'm disappointed that the second row lacks control to the seat heaters and rear climate. I hope Tesla releases some kind of remote for the rear passengers in the future. And the Falcon wing doors that raised a lot of controversy and reports of misbehavior never failed once for me. Mine probably opened and closed a few hundred times without any failures. Even on my recent trip to San Francisco, the doors knew when to stop in the small and narrow garages. I also have none of the windshield ghosting issue some of the early VIN owners reported, and I think Tesla is now replacing the windshield of those affected. Unfortunately, there are some minor aspects where Tesla fell short, and it's not expected in any luxurious car, especially one that is priced at over 6 figures. I hope my criticism is helpful, and hopefully someone at Tesla will take note and make changes. As you may know, the front doors are motorized on the X. I had no issues with the mechanism or latches, so I manually shut the door and the doors worked again thereafter. Really no big deal with that. Perhaps it failed to close once electronically. After tinting, I did have to get the windows recalibrated as they weren't closing all the way. Tesla took care of that during my first service appointment. I can't blame Tesla for this, as it was the result of tinting. However, I found the seals on both the driver's and passenger front doors to be sloppy. When I brought it into the service center, I was told that it was within specs and the early Signature and Production X had much worse seal configurations. Sometimes when I drive at high speeds, it sounds like the window's not fully closed and it becomes annoying at times. From my understanding, the seals for new deliveries have been vastly improved, but I hope Tesla will go back and redo my seals and whoever else is affected when I take it in for the next service appointment, as none of my other cars have this issue. Otherwise, there are some other areas that have sloppy seals, but no other issues as a result, which I'm fine with as long as it remains minor and unintrusive. As far as exterior panel alignment, mine is mostly well finished, except for the passenger Falcon wing door, which is out of alignment by half an inch. When I inquired about this at my first service appointment, I was told that there was an 8-week wait for the body shop, and it may result in issues with the Falcon wing door if they were to make an adjustment. So I just ignored it, and it's very unnoticeable unless you look for it. As a result of the misalignment, the seals are slightly out of place. I haven't found it to result in any wind noise, but I did note it during a service appointment. Unfortunately, Tesla claimed that the issue was fixed on the service invoice, but it was clear nothing was adjusted. It wasn't really a big deal, so I didn't follow up. One thing I noticed, along with many others, is the loud compressor noise of the air conditioner. When I tweeted to Elon Musk, "Is the loud noise normal?" he said that a fix is on the way via software, but it became apparent that the noise was the result of switched compressor lines, and I'll have to get that looked at during my next service appointment. I also found that the passenger air vent near the 17-inch display makes a faint clicking noise at high speeds. I'll get that checked during my next appointment. I also found that the third row gets a lot of air compared to the second row. Even when I close the vents in the third row, air continues to leak, so this is another minor issue that I'll get checked. After I took delivery, I noticed a rattle evident from the hatch in the third row. I noticed this issue during my first service appointment, and they noted that the issue was resolved when it clearly wasn't. And when I called back that the issue still exists, I was told that I would receive a call back. That never happened. So I called back again and was told I could schedule another service appointment in 2 weeks. I dislike these long waits, especially 2 to 3 weeks for service appointments. I hope that is no longer the case. So I videotaped this issue and sent it to Tesla during my second service appointment. Here's the video. The video doesn't capture the extent of this issue completely, as it was much more annoying in person, but luckily the second service appointment took care of the problem. I also noted missing screws underneath the car. I have no idea how that made it past inspection, but the undershield remained in place and they added the screws during my third service appointment. Another issue I noted during my second service appointment was a thumping and rattling as I pull in or out of the driveway, or a speed bump. They claimed that the issue was resolved, but sure enough it wasn't. So I mentioned it during my third service appointment and they weren't able to fix it then either. On the forums, it appears that others had similar issues and were able to resolve it by replacing the strut. So I will mention that during my next service appointment and hopefully they will fix it for good. I also found another missing screw under the car. Not really an issue, but I'll have them take a look at it during the next appointment. I mentioned the rattle noise on my tweet to Elon Musk, and I was exceptionally happy to see that an employee responded to take care of the issue with my ex. He offered to have someone come to my house to diagnose the issue, but this was during the summer when I was out of town in San Francisco with my ex, so I didn't get a chance to follow up with his offer. So when my ex is due for annual inspection, I'll take it in and hopefully we'll get everything fixed for good. When this happens, I'll post a follow-up video, so be sure to subscribe and check that out. As far as customer experience, I hope Tesla improves communication. When I inquired about the premium package when I placed my order, I was told that the doors are only motorized with the premium package, so I opted for it, but it turned out that the doors are motorized stock. The same occurred during the delivery process. My car was delayed 3 times without any notice until I called in for the status. When I took delivery, I was told the only maintenance needed was the annual service and tire rotation, but on the X manual, it states that the tires shouldn't be rotated, rather they should be balanced. The same applies for the service plan and extended warranty on the X. Tesla hasn't followed up on the cost, and it's been over a year since the debut of the X, so I'm surprised that we're still waiting for this. Likewise, even after Elon Musk confirmed when I tweeted him about the sunshade for the panoramic windshield, my delivery specialist and Tesla HQ had no idea when it will be available. I didn't receive it until July when I took delivery in May. However, I applaud Elon Musk for personally addressing my questions that others at Tesla can't answer. No one else in his position would address these questions, so I'm happy he does. I just hope Tesla improves on communications so I don't have to bother Elon Musk to answer my questions. I am sure he's already busy trying to get us to Mars. As far as my service experience, I hope they make appointments at 2 to 3 day wait instead of weeks, and I'd rather have them spend more time with the car and fix everything for good. It seems that they rush through it currently as they're super busy. Moreover, I hope that after a customer picks up their car from service, Tesla will follow up with a survey where a customer can check if their problems were resolved. I hope Tesla keeps this to keep the notion of having the best service. Even with these issues, the Model X is perhaps the best SUV on the market, and I do admit there are shortcomings, but I'm hopeful Tesla will take care of them. As I mentioned earlier, Tesla did all the major things right, but they need to resolve the minor things. I want to see Tesla to succeed and can't wait for the Model 3 I have reserved. Please subscribe and like if you enjoyed this video, and be sure to check out my other Model X videos. Thank you.